What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode 2 of my Realistic Giants rebuild. Please do hit that like button down below to show your support for TFG Plays here. A lot of excitement coming off that first episode. We're now here in week 1 of the 2022 season. I wanted to just kind of recap the roster here, also talk about any moves I made during the preseason. As I mentioned, I fast forwarded through the preseason for you guys. Not a whole lot Madden gives you to keep you entertained during that part of the season. So not a lot of surprise with cuts or player acquisition, but a couple guys we did add is Jaquari Robertson out of Wake Forest, undrafted free agent there, did get that UDFA contract from us. O-line, no surprising changes there. On the defense, the only move we really made was signing safety DeAndre Houston Carson, who is intriguing to me, a player that has always performed well for the Chicago Bears, but never really earned starting playing time there. So he is going to be in the mix at safety, and there is your roster as we sit here now in week 1. We also got a camp standout. I believe it's Azeez Ojulari, who's going to have an opportunity to get a little better here coming off of the preseason. This does not include my breakout opportunities that I get to play. As I mentioned last episode, I'll do a little recap of what our playage is going to look like now that we're here in the our season. So 3 games, I'll be doing a Play the Moments mini game where I play 3 Play the Moments inside of each game. I can also play the final 2 minutes of any game that I exist in. I will be doing 3 games during the season of full Play the Moments, start to finish. And then any development trait breakouts that we get, I can play the full game with that player and that player only. So those are our... Oh, and we're playing the Week 18 game unless we're eliminated from the playoffs, and we don't really care. And then in the playoffs, I will be doing full Play the Moments for every game. And that is your recap there. So let's set our season goal. I'm going to set it at, you know what? Let's set our goal of making the playoffs. We're in the NFC least. How hard could it be, right? We get to start against the Detroit Lions as well. I think this is a great opportunity to obviously start 1-0, but also to play our first game of full Play the Moments here. Maybe get a little bit of action for Azeez Ojulari. I will show you here the weekly strategy as far as focus players here. I definitely want to focus on defending the run. I know I just said defend the pass in that press conference. I was a little bit distracted, so pardon me for that. But the Lions, Dan Campbell, these guys, they want to run the ball, so let's take care of that. And then I think I want to throw it medium against this linebacking core. Not a lot of great safeties for the Detroit Lions, so that'll be the focus. And then our 3 focus players this season are going to be our 2 young offensive linemen, Andrew Thomas, Ikem Ekwonu, and then Jermaine Johnson to hopefully boost up that pass rush there. We did pick up an upgrade to our focus player, Andrew Thomas there. I'm just going to keep him pretty balanced here as he grows. Should see a lot of development from him in this rebuild. But let's go ahead and get started against the Detroit Lions. Play the moments all the way through. We are, of course, using Brian Daboll's playbook for Buffalo and Wink Martindale's playbook for the Ravens. Pretty straightforward there with those hires we've got. And let's take on Detroit, who's got some pretty lofty expectations themselves this year. NFL kickoff always feels like Christmas, doesn't it? Well, here we go. First quarter drive, take the lead. We got an offensive opportunity backed up all the way on our own 2-yard line. We're going to hopefully follow Ikem Ekwonu, Andrew Thomas. Block for us, boys. Saquon. It's the best run blocking he's gotten in 3 years, a 2-yard carry. We're going to go play action now. No QB draw on second, or QB sneak for us Giants. No more of that Joe Judge nonsense. Looks like maybe man. Oh, Ingram. Can he get there? Oh, Daniel Jones just overthrows him. That was 6. Come on, Daniel Jones. That was our worst fear coming in. We give you everything you need to break out in the first quarter of the first game, and he lets us down with an overthrow. Yikes. But Saquon, oh, he almost fights forward for the first down, but that overthrow is going to be the story of that drive. As Grant Favorite, the undrafted rookie punter, is in here. Another pickup that we made during that preseason, and a good one. But now a chance to get a third down stop on 3rd and 15 nonetheless. We are going to go man coverage. Houston Carson in there. Tackle. Good job. Xavier McKinney in man coverage. And we hold Detroit to a field goal. Close to the red zone here, 3rd and 3. Jones just hits the rookie Charbonnet with the truck stick. You'll love to see it. Gonna change this to a little RPO action. And it's there. Slayton gets us about 5 yards. Nice quick release by DJ there. Let's follow this new offensive line maybe into the end zone here. Nice blocking. There we go. Saquon Barkley.
Like that. You like that.
Already getting better blocking than he could have ever hoped for. Nick, just a couple of good runs there. All right. We've got 3rd and 7. We are going to bring the heat. The Wink Martindale special. Pepper's coming up late to press. Good job. And we forced the overthrow by Jared Goff under pressure. Good job, defense. Off to a great start here with this new system. We hold him to a field goal. And another field goal. We score in the simulation, and now another 3rd down. We're going to blitz. No surprise. They know it's coming. Come on, Peppers. You got Hawkinson. Oh, we got burnt there. Luckily, Jared Goff doesn't see him, and Amon-Ra St. Brown goes the wrong way. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Probably a fake punt coming here. Let's go with the safe punt block. Terrible spot to punt if you're Detroit here. Here is and Castro Fields, the rookie cornerback, prepared for the stop. The special teams prepared for the fake. And we get the stop and a drive coming up here on the 14-yard line. Gotta be proud of the way this defense is playing. The way the special teams are playing. Good blocking. Saquon, make a miss. Nope. That's Tracy Walker, who gets a contract extension here from Detroit. Just going with some slant flats here. Just run it, Daniel. Oh, he can't quite reach his arm out, but a first down. And maybe more importantly, no fumble for Daniel Jones. Do we dare try a fade? The Kenny Golladay revenge game, a narrative I didn't even think about. He's got it. Hey, the fade works. Kenny G gets his first touchdown as a New York Giant after a miserable first season. Tracy Walker had no idea that was coming, expecting a run. Good to get Golladay involved in a stadium that he is very familiar with. Love it. All right, Darius Slayton, 3rd and 10. Keep an eye on him. Inside leverage by the cornerback. Ooh, nice little throw. Nice throw by Daniel Jones. Float that thing out there. We did get too high, so the perimeter was not the option there. But the coach wants to go for it here. 4th and 3. We're up 12, so a field goal doesn't do that much for us. It will take us to the 4th quarter. Why not go for it? Open middle of the field. Let's change Slayton to an out route here to be a bit of a hot read. It's not there. Oh, but Ingram might have a chance. He holds on to it for a touchdown. Evan Ingram looking much better here on a contract year, playing on a 1-year prove-it deal. What a start, man. Hell yeah. Now we got 4th down to potentially seal this game away and start 1-0. Get in there, Peppers. Oh, come on. Adoree may have legally stepped out of bounds there, but who's counting? What a day for the New York Giants, and not the start the Detroit Lions were hoping for. 3rd and inches. Interesting opportunity here to maybe take a shot. What a throw by Daniel Jones, and Kadarius Toney goes and gets it. Jones showing off a little bit of arm talent there. How about that? Seven receptions for 80 yards for Kadarius Toney. Good day for Saquon Barkley as well. All around, a positive start for the squad. 3rd and 3, RPO. Floated out there. Oh, Toney plucks it. That was Kayvon Thibodeau in coverage from the 3-4 defense, unable to get out there. Nice touch by Daniel Jones. Going with an interesting little Brian Dable special here. Going the wrong way. That's all right. Just screw around. See what works a little bit. Let's give it back to Saquon. Follow your big boys up front. We also, another narrative is Gilliam, who I believe was the fullback in Buffalo, is back with Dable. Reggie Gilliam. So a little coach's favorite there. Another thing I forgot to mention as a fun narrative is that Blake Martinez, who you will remember we released, is actually following Patrick Graham to Las Vegas. He signed a deal to be a Raider. Get through Saquon with the truck stick. Showing a little power. 2 touchdowns day for Saquon Barkley. And that is going to be all she wrote. We do give up a little garbage time touchdown, but we're going to get out of here. Dan Campbell frustrated with his team's performance. And Brian Dable, 1-0 in his head coaching career. The Bridge quarterbacks shake hands. Bridging our way to week 2. Let's take a look at the stats. What a day, just all across the board. Daniel Jones plays great. Saquon Barkley, a good day, almost 100 yards. Kadarius Toney, the focal point of the offense. Kenny Golladay, waking up. Evan Ingram, only 1 reception. It was a big touchdown. He also was wide open for what would have been about a 95-yard touchdown. Daniel Jones did miss him, so that was the one low light, I suppose. maybe the most notable thing is no sacks allowed against Kayvon Thibodeau and the Detroit Lions. Defensively, Nakobe Dean with 13 tackles. Are you kidding me? In his first game. Ojulari doesn't quite get that preseason breakout deal, but a sack and a half. Pretty dang good there. So what a way to kick off our first season. A lot of the moves we focused on, trying to fix this team, highlighted in that first game. So Ojulari not going to get anything else from his preseason breakout. But the team with the keys to victory, 1,000 XP for the whole team, including 5 staff points. Hashtag gains. So for the draft class, I will be using a fictional draft class all the way with some tweaks for realism, I will just say. But I am flying blind here. And interestingly enough, we don't have like any glaring needs all of a sudden. We can just kind of casually improve the different spots of this roster. Most notably, I would say O-line could still use some work. Linebacker, we'll see how Dean develops. But in the secondary, we could certainly get younger. But all of a sudden, this roster is deep, I would say. But the draft is always going to prove important as we move forward. We'll keep an eye as we go on some more specific scouting focuses. But let's go to week 2 now. We've got one full playage out of the way. And now having a game plan against Russell Wilson. Let's limit his passing ability. I'm not so much afraid of his scrambling skills this late in his career. Can set the game plan. I want to defend the deep pass. Don't let DK Metcalf beat us. We've got a good cornerback to match up on him in James Bradbury. I think the throw it medium game plan works really well last week. We'll stay with that. Although we don't want to just take the same game plan every week. We want to tune into our opponents. They've got Wagner. They've got Jamal Adams. Maybe we should focus a little bit more on running inside against this squishier Seahawks front 4. So let's change up that game plan. We do pick up some upgrades. This is our first home game as well. So Darius Slayton going to focus on that deep threat ability. He's going to be an impending free agent, I think, this season. Gets 2 release and an acceleration. That'll be helpful. Jermaine Johnson gets his first boost here as a New York Giant. 3 power moves. That's going to put him up to 80. Colin Johnson, big-bodied depth piece for us. Nice upgrade there. Nakobe Dean, already getting better. Not crazy about the number 32, but that's the new NFL. If he wants to make that his deal, then who are we to stop him? And Zach Charbonnet, who had a big reception, getting more athletic there with agility and change of direction boost. I'm just going to auto Matt Peart. As much as I like him, he's not a huge piece of this future anymore. Regional focus scouting. As we look out west, the strengths of the class are D end, wide receiver, and D tackle. Let's go with wide receiver out west. In the central section, let's scout these quarterbacks, which, you know, we may or may not be keeping Daniel Jones here. That's very much a big question that we need to answer this year. We do need some cornerbacks, which is one of the strengths of the Northeast. Just a shout out to TXW Moose, who just subscribed to Twitch, toggling the the soundbite there while I'm offline recording. And then in the Southeast, let's go with tackle, because we still need a long-term answer at right tackle. Looks like left tackle is technically the strength there. So another big game here against the Seahawks. But at home, I think this is one we can sim. We can win this one. We actually are right there as far as team overall. Not going to be an easy one, but I'm proud of the way the team played last week. Let's sim this one. And, oh man, the defense shows up, but Daniel Jones does not. We just fall short. 15-14. Is that scoreagami? Probably not. Daniel Jones does throw his first interception of the season. Looks like Saquon inactive in this game. Maybe a practice injury or something that we were unaware of. But Charbonnet unable to get the ground game going along with Brightwell. Receiving game, Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney continue their good start. Looks like also Calvin Austin gets in there for 4 reception. That's interesting. Defensively, Nakobe Dean, another 11 tackles, putting him at, 24 tackles already through 2 games. Not missing Blake Martinez on that front. Azeez Ojulari, despite missing that camp breakout, does have 2.5 sacks. So it's not all bad. The defense really playing well, but the offense, obviously without Saquon, and it looked like Darius Slayton wasn't able to get involved in that one either. So we fall 15-14. The first mock draft of the season is available. So it looks like Travis Roseman is a projected number 1 overall pick out of Nebraska. It looks like a very front 7 heavy class with all top 11 picks being defensive lineman, offensive lineman, or linebacker. So that's something to keep an eye on if we were to end up with a top pick. And then really more front 7 / offensive line focus as you move down the board. They're projecting us to have a pretty good pick here at 25, taking a running back. Saquon Barkley, probably an impending free agent here. So that's not going to happen, I don't think. I don't think we get the 25th pick, and I don't think we take a running back. But interesting look at our first mock draft. Let's review our performance against Russell Wilson. We lose 5 play recognition. That's kind of silly. The defense played pretty well. It was the offense that let us down, but Madden's going to Madden. It is what it is.
Thanks,
We got a short week here against the Washington football team. It's a big game. Washington, if you remember, did they acquire Jimmy Garoppolo in this world? I believe that's correct. So our goal here is to play stifling defense against them. Let's set our strategy. I think I'll do a play the moments minigame for this one. Let's defend the short pass against Jimmy. We know that's how he likes to operate. I'm also going to go half pads because it is a short week here. We don't want to fatigue too heavily. And then I am going to go throw it medium against this group. I think safety and linebacker is not their biggest strength, I would just say. We do have 55 staff points to spend here. I think player growth is a good area to start for a young coach here, so we're going to work our way down this tree. We have slow skill progression on for coaching trees, so we're not going to be getting a ton of traits here in our first season. Lots of upgrades here. Kadarius Toney, I'm going to continue his route running development. We know he's good with the ball in his hands, but let's see if he can take that next step as a separator type. Darnay Holmes is our starting slot corner, by the way. I really like Darnay Holmes. This is a big 3rd year for him. A good system for him that can run a lot of man coverage, so I'm excited for that. Same thing with Julian Love. Both those guys very similar, kind of mid-round cover players that can kind of play a little slot for us. Ikem Ekwonu is going to be going up to a... Oh, not quite. He is injured as well, by the way. A high ankle sprain. Looks like a practice injury there, so we're going to have to lean on our depth to step in there. We're going to have to take a look at our depth chart there, actually. Let's do that right now and auto upgrade these guys. Let's take a peek at our injury report here. It does say Saquon Barkley was injured last week. That is what was going on there. So dealing with some practice injuries early on. Hopefully some coaching upgrades for this staff could prove helpful to keep this team healthy out here. So it is just a Kemakwanu. We should be able to fill in for a game there. I might move some pieces around, though, with the injury. So right now, Ben Bredesen is kind of our go-to guard backup. I see two options here. We could put Nick Gates at left guard, who's got a lot of experience at center. The other option would be to slide Cam Robinson over to left guard and slide Matt Peart in for a start at right tackle. I think that's going to be our best course of action. Cam Robinson is a big, meaty, strong lineman. I think he'll hold up just fine at guard, and we won't miss too much of a beat there, although, of course, never fun to miss a top 5 pick like Ikem Ekwonu. This is a big divisional game, so I think I will play this one. Just play the moments minigame style. So we're going to hop in and hopefully climb to 2-1 for what's going to be our final little playage of the episode here. Thursday night primetime football. Jimmy G looking good, per usual. The Greek god himself. And we're driving after defense gets us a stop early on. Looking good under the lights. Big 3rd and 7 here. So Austin's in the slot. Looks like we have an injury potentially or something going on here to... Something happened to our depth chart here, I feel like, with the wide receiver group. I'm not sure why Slayton's not in there. That's fascinating. I'm not really sure. Oh, what a throw by Daniel Jones. Finds the soft spot in that cover 3 defense. And now we're in the red zone. Almost, actually. 3rd and 10. And it's Slayton. There he is. Touchdown. They go man coverage. And Darius Slayton makes them pay for that one. Great trip to the red zone. I forgot that this was supposed to be a mini game. So we're just going to count that as one play the moment and skip ahead. Team's playing well in simulation anyway. Offense playing very well. We got a 2-minute drill opportunity to take an 18-point lead here before half. With 94 yards to go, we do have all of our timeouts. There's Tony on the crosser. Probably a dumb decision to run it, but Saquon makes it an okay decision. Let's go hurry up. Saquon having a day, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns just in the first half alone. Jones just going to run it. Good scramble. Showing off that long speed that's in there. So 1st and 10. Just hit Evan Ingram on the cross. Get out of bounds. Good job. What a drive we got going here. Jimmy G says, oh my gosh. I can't come back from an 18-point deficit. I'm not that kind of quarterback. I came here because I thought the defense was supposed to be good. Saquon. Oh, what a play by 55. Gets through the O-line, and what a tackle. Wow. So that gives us 2nd and 11 now. 40 seconds to go. Single high coverage. Can Galladay get there? No, but he draws the flag. Pass interference on the defense. Oh, no. Brian Poole playing perimeter corner for the football team. Draws the flag. And now, just 1 yard to go. Oh, no. Saquon makes a man miss, but Maybe a little bit of a hasty decision by Daniel Jones to flip it out to Saquon there. It's okay. We got our timeouts. Actually going to flip the play here in case this is a blitz. It is. Oh, and Austin can't quite extend his arm. Looks like we were maybe going to have that there. So from the 1 yard line, we're going to pass now so we can run on 4th. And we don't even need 4th down because Kadarius Toney is into the end zone. What a drive. And that might be all she wrote. Let's do one more red zone trip just for good riddance. But what a way to cap off this episode with a blowout victory. Interdivision. Don't want to speak too soon, but let's just run it. Daniel Jones. Way to not fumble. Get Saquon one more. Ooh. Stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to kind of high point it in between the linebacker and the safety there. Luckily, we didn't fumble it getting hit while we threw. So we'll go slant flats. We're going to get Galladay on a fade here. Looks like he's got Brian Poole out there again. It is one-on... Oh, no, not one-on-one. Brian Poole makes a play on the ball. So we will kick the field goal, and we will get out of here with a big victory. Assuming we don't blow the lead, but the defense doing a great job. Give up the garbage time touchdown, because why not? But Ron Rivera can't believe it. His defense was piss poor today, and Daniel Jones is off to a great start. 2 out of 3 games have been really good from Daniel Jones. Only a 57% completion percentage for Daniel. Picks up another 33 on the ground. Saquon, 27 carries, really carrying the load today. Kadarius Toney continues to be a reception monster. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Azeez Ojulari, 2.5 sacks. He's up to like 5 already. Darnay Holmes out of the slot gets an interception. What a start for our New York Giants. Wow. So with that, we will end episode 2. We have 2 of our playages out of the way as we do an upgrade here for Saquon. Well earned. So 4 more games of playage plus the Week 18 game. We're going to have to do a decent chunk of simulation ahead now. But this team is playing well, both in simulation and when we take over for them. So an exciting start. I think Giants fans will be pretty excited about how this team is looking so far. Hope you guys are enjoying the rebuild. Drop your comments down below, and we'll see you for the next one. Peace out.